Look what I found in the break room. So, common fact about radio. Most people who get into radio are poor and starving. Whoops. Oh, I hope I don't get hit with that copyright strike. Urgh. And so one of the things that hi Chew, one of the things that used to happen all the time and now happens occasionally, hey Lori, is free food. And usually it's because somebody important had like a meeting and they were trying to impress a client. And in doing so, they bought food for that client and then that client didn't eat it or whatever. And then the food just ends up in the break room as like manna for the masses. We are the masses. And if you were raised in radio, you cannot turn down free food. Like it's just a compulsion from your starvation days. But also, look at that. Who's turning that down? Yum. I mean, come on. And it's practically health food, right? Berries. Hey, Dan. Why are you the walrus? Are you trying to be obtuse? Right? So, who could resist? Not me. Hey, Justine. How you doing? That's good, too. Graham crust. The cream is super light. It's not a custard. It's more of a cream. Oh, you just heard the song, Dan? So what you're saying is you're not listening to me or my radio station. Thanks, Lori. I don't know if that's true, but I'm doing it anyway. I was very good today. I had a salad. I had a spinach salad with chicken on it. It was delightful. When I get home, I will probably have to have apples for dessert for dinner. But that's okay. I'm okay, Justine. I mean, I'm still super tired all the time. But I'm more convinced than ever that something is super wrong. Something is so wrong with me because I was showing a friend of mine, like, okay, this is my sleep data from last night, right? All the red spots are like times when I wake up. So everybody was like, oh my God, you got to sleep for 9 hours? And it's like, well, sort of. Not really. I mean, it took me like 10 and a half hours to get 9 hours of sleep, but I woke up so much that it feels like I'm not getting any sleep. So, and then my deep sleep over here, my deep sleep is like 30 minutes a night. And according to the internet, it's supposed to be 1 to 2 hours. So I'm getting anywhere from like 25 to 50% of the recommended deep sleep. So now I got to figure it out. Hi, Mike. So that's going to be a thing. And this tart is going to cheer me right up. It was a big strawberry. You can listen to us online, Dan. You know we got an app for that too. I don't want to hear about anybody's dreams because I don't care. Tell me something that happened in real life, brah. Yeah, I'm starting to think I might have sleep apnea too, Mike. And if it happens, I have a deviated septum, Lori, but it's super mild. Like I had an ENT look at it and she could barely see it. She was like, oh, okay, I guess maybe. And really it was a Kaiser. It was a Kaiser ENT and she was actually just using it as an excuse to get me an allergy test. She was like, Are these sinus, is this deviated septum impacting your ability to breathe? Perhaps we should order some allergy tests for you. And I was like, yes, it is, but it's not. It was just the only way to get approved for allergy testing at Kaiser because Kaiser is garbage. I'm getting a sleep study, I swear. Where did you get yours? Email me your sleep study place because maybe I'll go there. And I want to make an appointment for January as soon as the new year starts with the new benefits. UCSF. Is there a specific like number that you called, or did you just call up UCSF and be like, hi, I want a sleep study, and they transferred you? No traffic or other noises, Justine. It's actually super quiet where I am. In fact, at one point I had a roommate who moved in, and he moved to my place from like Harlem, and he had to sleep with the TV on for the first month because he needed more noise to sleep for a while until he got used to it being so quiet at my place. Well then, Dan, delete one app and download the Bone app. I mean, this isn't rocket surgery. Come on, dude. I wonder if they're in my network. I have Cigna. I'll have to call. Oh, yeah, I know where it is on Division. Actually, that might not even work because there's no place to park over there. But good to know. Yeah, I'm definitely making an appointment. Because there's like 17 things I was supposed to do today. And I basically just have a list of things to do. And I just keep rolling them over because everything takes me 10 times longer to do it now. Every break on the air, everything. Everything except for eating. Super efficient where that's concerned because I'm always so tired. I'm like, feed me energy, energy, energy. Oh, Justine, you would not sleep at my place. It is dead silent and pitch black. In fact, I have a sleep mask, but I don't need to put it on until it's almost sunrise. And since I wake up basically every hour anyway, even less sometimes actually. Basically, since I wake up so much throughout the night, I don't worry about putting the sleep mask on until I get close enough to sun up. Fuck CPAP machines, Dan. I am not going to sleep like Darth Vader. I need all the space. All the space. All the space, all the pillows. I'm rolling over left and right. If you try to put something on my face, I'll never sleep. Plus, it looks like an alien face hugger, which would keep me awake anyway, you know? Just nope, 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 all the nope. I will go from 0 to surgery in 2.5 seconds. Yeah. And I think the only reason they're always pushing these CPAPs on everyone is because it's like, it's the Kaiser solution, right? It's the low investment. It's the cheaper solution for them in the long term as opposed to for you, right? But like clearly I'm losing my fucking mind here. Like I'm going certifiably insane. So for me, I want that surgery. And that's why I'm waiting until January to do it so that everything goes towards my deductible. Because if I'm going to have to drop all that cash, I'm not doing it twice. And I'm 100% sure I'm going to have to drop all that cash. because that's what our insurance is like now. It's funny if you get the highest level of healthcare, then you're not eligible for the health savings account, which is the pre-tax dollars. So in order to get you to downgrade your healthcare, the company offers you $700 in matching funds for your HSA plus the HSA, right? If I were to take the top tier health plan, my deductible would be like, I think $500-ish less. And I'm not sure how much better the coverage would be because there's not a booklet. It's like a deep dive on the internet you have to do to discover the actual differences between the plans. They just give you the basics. Yeah, so if I had taken that one, I wouldn't have all this HSA money that I can use. But yeah, but then my healthcare is like slightly downgraded, but I don't know. Hopefully I can get it fixed quickly. And if I got to pony up for the surgery, I'll pony up for the surgery. Because sanity. Your insurance is covering it? Yeah, Lori, we need to talk. We need to talk off. Because I'm sure everybody's like super bored with this. Hey, Miguel. What's up, man? You know what I realized why I'm so confused? Miguel, I see the man, and I always want to call you Manuel because I think that man is short for Manuel, but I keep forgetting it's short for your initials instead. So thank you for always reminding me because I need that. Hey, Terry. Oh, yeah, dude, the VA. Well, I don't know if I'd say you are blessed to be a veteran. I would say you have earned your veterans benefits. Blessing kind of implies divine intervention, and you made that happen. So thank you for your service. I hope we all get to that level where healthcare is a right and everybody gets it. Hey, Kelly. Good to see you. But yeah, when my stepfather passed away, the VA took care of everything. They were slow about it. So we would occasionally get phone calls and bills and stuff, but in the end, they took care of all of it. And we'd have to call every time and be like, oh my God, they're billing us. And they'd be like, no, just wait. It'll go away. Ignore it. And they did, and I don't know what we would have done if we were, because he was already a cancer survivor. And this turned out to be a second occurrence of the cancer. So the downside is that it was a cancer that was caused by his military service. But the upside is that he got all the health care. So who's to say if he would have gotten a different cancer? I don't know. Hey, Vince, what's happening? Hey, Christopher. How do you find out after 3 accidents that you have sleep apnea? What's the correlation between those two things? By the way, for anybody who hasn't seen what's left of my tart, found tarts in the break room. And it's delightful. So that's why I'm eating in front of you. Because break room food. Happy hour. Yeah, why not? I was about to say it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but it's like 5 o'clock here now. So I'm not trying to tease. It's just that I have to do multiple things at once, And if I'm going to eat this thing, you're going to have to watch me. So sorry, not sorry. I actually am wearing some jeans that I couldn't wear last year before I did the diet. And they're hella baggy today. So I'm in the bathroom and I'm like, cinching the belt all the way across to the last notch and yanking on the baggy pants and being all like, hey, look at me go. I earned this tart. You fell asleep behind the wheel from sleep apnea? Oh my God. You forgot to wear the mask? I feel like that's a hard thing to forget because it's like a giant apparatus that's attached to your bed, right? Like it's right next to the bed. But also, yeah, that is scary. Super scary. I mean, I don't want to be all like Lady WebMD or whatever, but I did look at the sleep apnea symptoms and they do seem to kind of fall right in line with what I got going on. And then like I don't know if I told you this, but my mom has this thing where like pepper gets stuck in her throat and it started happening to me, and that's what made me think that like maybe this is an age thing. Maybe my throat is rotting from the inside out. And it's causing a sleep apnea. I don't know. I really don't. But it would be nice to find out. So, sleep study incoming, hopefully. Who's coming to our Halloween party on Saturday? I still haven't figured out what I'm wearing. I mean, we've talked about it. Don't get me wrong. I remember the suggestions and solutions. But I just realized that I have another Halloween party that I have to go to as well. And the theme for that one is Till Death Do Us Part, which makes me really want to see if I can dig out my executioner's costume, which is basically a hood and then a lot of black shiny stuff. But it's a hood and it's a axe. Like a fake axe, obviously. But I don't know if I'll be able to find it. And I don't know if I'll have time to find it. And it's like I won't have time to really look for it until Saturday. And then do I really want to spend my whole Saturday trying to find this like executioner's costume? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, wow. You didn't get the machine for wow. Okay, so this is the accidents you're talking about. Is like Christopher, you're talking about like what Mike had, like you had car accidents, like you fell asleep behind the wheel kind of thing, and it kept happening. Thank you, Terry. You as well. So you kept having accidents, like falling asleep accidents and stuff, and then that's what helped you figure it out. You were new to the machine. You woke up, freaked out, and took it off. Yeah. See, this is why I won't do that machine. I know I won't. I absolutely know I will not. I cannot put things on my face. It's not happening. It was hard enough for me to wear a mask during the pandemic because get it off my face. Face huggers are real. I have one at home. Aw, thanks, Justine. Yeah. Like I said, it's happening in January. I mean, I'm sure if I called right now to make a sleep study appointment, they'd be like, yeah, sure, we're booking 6 weeks out. Everyone's always booking 6 weeks out for everything, it seems like, when it comes to medical that isn't an emergency. Everything's either an emergency or 6 weeks out. There's no in between. You helped decorate the tackle box with the Halloween party coming up. You helped. Is the tackle box a place, Dan? Is that what you mean? You helped decorate the tackle box with their Halloween party coming up. Let's see. So Justine is on the East Coast. Dan is in Chico. I think Miguel is in SoCal, right? Is there anybody local? Is anybody on this chat local? I'm starting to realize that everybody is pretty spread out. You're used to it now, Mike? Yeah, I don't want to get used to it. I want to get surgery. I've never had a surgery, but I'm still 100% down, right, for that first time. Although I had a radio frequency nerve ablation, and I'll tell you what, after 3 years of like physical therapy and do this and do that and all the things that didn't work, that surgical solution was instant fix. So, you love the new website, Justine? Oh, really? Oh, that's good to hear. Okay, everybody, if you're listening online, Justine says that our new listener interface is like super easier. Nice. Lori, yes, of course, you are here. But you're not going to come across the bridge for our Halloween party. I mean, you're in San Francisco, right? Like, oh, Mike, you're in San Jose? You could come up to Concord. Although, to be fair, I'm in Concord and I will not go down to San Jose. You got to pay me. Even sometimes you can't pay me. I kind of quit working shows at Shoreline years ago on account of that whole thing. Hi, it's Sabone.
Did I win?
What you trying to win, man?
Oh man, some Metallica stuff.
The Metallica stuff is an online contest, dude. You got to go to 1077thebone.com to enter.
Oh man, I just heard. Was that what you were?
Yeah, I said it like 3 times just so that you would know that it was on the website.
Tail end of it. Forgive me.
The last thing I said was go now to 1077thebone.com.
Right on.
If it's a call-in contest, the last thing I'll say is 888-303-BONE.
Gotcha. I was just so excited. All I heard was Metallica.
Well, the good news is
and that was it.
The good news is you can still enter to win the contest. You just have to do it online, and you got to do it soon because I believe the contest comes down tomorrow. I think we pull a winner before the weekend. So do it as soon as you get home, okay?
Online.
All right, man.
Thank you for
Good
that.
luck.
Okay.
Cheers. Hi, it's Simone.
Hi, am I the right caller?
Is this for the Metallica thing?
It is.
That is an online contest. You can still enter to win at 1077thebone.com, but you have to do it soon because the contest ends tomorrow, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All righty, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Because I knew that would happen, I said it like 3 times. Right now at 1077thebone.com, right now on the Bone site. Go to the Bone site right now at 1077thebone.com to enter. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, but the thing is that it was something that I just said on the air just now. So at least he's not 42 minutes late. he's right on time for that contest that is happening online that he tried to call in to win. So take that as it was. Yeah, I thought he was trying to be caller 10 too, and I was like, bro, what? But no, I did just play Metallica. And I was talking about the contest. Jacob, you're at C's Candy in San Francisco? Nice. See if they have that new coffee Scotch Mallow. That thing is fucking delightful. I have not seen that movie. Jacob, sorry. I haven't even heard of that movie. I've heard of Natalie Portman, though. But, yeah. So, Halloween party is this Saturday. I kind of want to be an executioner, but I don't know if I can drag my executioner costume up out of the garage because I don't remember where I left it. I do remember coming across it recently, so I feel like if I open a few boxes, it might appear. But I'm not sure. But I do know exactly where my ringmaster, ringmaster, right? That's what they call the guy in the circus with the top hat and the tails coat and the whip. I do know where that one is. So if that still fits, I'm thinking about that one. If it hasn't fallen apart. What is everybody else going to be for Halloween? Do you guys still dress up? That's a lot of information about Natalie Portman, Jacob. Okay. I don't really meet celebrities intentionally. I mean, I don't not meet them, but I don't go out of my way to find them. The one exception you may remember would be that time I stalked Anthony Bourdain. Absolutely, I did that. Glad I did too. Who knew he was going to die? Well, he did, but no one else did. So, but outside of that one time, I have not really. I mean, when I was a teenager, we kind of hung out at the backstage door to meet bands. But like that lasted for like 5 minutes before we met the bands, then introduced us to more bands who introduced us to more bands. And so we never really had to like try and find people again. So, and I'm terrible at recognizing people. I mean, Baby Huey and I have been going to the Niner games now all season, and we went to a couple last season. And Baby Huey is like, boom. He's a hawk for spotting famous people. It's crazy. He's really good at it. Plus, he's super tall, so he can kind of see over all the crowds. And I'm terrible at it. Like, we were walking down the hall. This is how I got my picture with Frank Gore, right? We're walking down the hall, and he's like, Frank Gore was looking at you funny. And I was like, where the fuck was Frank Gore? And he's like, right back there. And I was like, what? I go, you know why he's looking at me funny? Because I'm wearing his fucking jersey. I'm wearing a Gore jersey, and I just walked by and didn't even see him. So he's probably looking at me like, this bitch don't even know Frank Gore right here. What? But no. But then I was like, we have to go see him. So I did make Danny come back and introduce me, and then we took a picture that has the worst lighting. Oh God, I should really bring that picture to somebody for Photoshop. But he was so nice, you know, and we talked about the game, and he was like, these boys need to play better kind of thing. Cause it was when they were like breaking down last season. But yeah. So meeting famous people, meh. I have met Drew Barrymore, but that's because she was dating a rock star, and I can't remember which one, but whoever it was, he was playing at the Warfield, and I was working backstage at the Warfield for his shows. And so she was there. And I do remember Drew Barrymore being like freakishly nice to everybody, like almost to the point where you're like, she can't really be this nice, can she? Like, it would take every ounce of effort I have to be this thoughtful. You know, everywhere she went, she would stop and talk to people and say hi and ask how they were doing and like have conversations with them. And it was like every 2 feet, there'd be a security person or an employee or like somebody else from one of the other bands or whatever. And Drew Barrymore was like having a conversation with them all, very concerned for their well-being and their health and happy to hear from them. And I was just like, wow, no wonder she got a talk show later on. But this was ages ago. Like probably like 2006-ish or something. Actually, no, it was probably before that, because in 2006, I was full-time at the station. So you're comparing my looks to Natalie Portman? God, no. No. Natalie Portman is this big, and she's like this thin. Yeah, I don't look like Natalie Portman, not in the least. See's Candy does have the dark coffee, Scotch chocolate, Scotch mallow. My C's was out of it. So, you know, enjoy. Also, I just ate that giant custard tart. So my sweets are done for the day. Am I going Sunday night to the Niner game? Well, you know, funny you should ask that, Mike, because I just realized that the Niner game is at night a couple days ago. And then I realized, on Monday that the Niner game was at night. But what I just realized a couple days ago is that that's the same night as Testament at the Warfield. So, Testament creator possessed, 49ers, Dallas. If there's a way I can do both, I'm going to try and do both, but I don't know, you know? Hey, Mike. I'm good. Tired, but good. How are you? Natalie Portman was on her own at 8 years old? You mean she was like a child star? I don't think she was on her own. Hey, Christina. How are you? Oh, you met, wait. Oh, you're talking about Drew Barrymore. Okay, I'm sorry, Justine. I thought we were still talking about Natalie Portman, but no, we're talking about Drew Barrymore. Yeah, she was on her own. Her mom was like, at 8 years old, she and her mom were like out partying in LA. It was like crazy pants. I am 100% sure she's had a lot of therapy, like a lot, right? Sorry, I have to like do this thing here as well. But you know, the therapy seems to have worked because she does seem to be super sweet. And Now it kind of tracks that she was dating Tom Green, right? Because he's Canadian, so he's probably really nice in real life, even though was kind of a kook on TV. Remember Tom Green? What happened to that guy? Did he like make a bunch of money and then be like, peace out? Let's see. Tomorrow is anybody else going to Testament? Testament creator possessed at the Warfield Sunday night? Sunday Night Football? I don't know. Which one should I go to? Because the game will start at 5 and Testament will probably start. Possess will probably go on at like 6:30. That is going to be tough. I mean, I could go in and tailgate and then leave like first quarter. But if I do that, how do I get out? Right? Because I don't drive to the games. I ride in with friends. So yeah, these Sunday logistics might not work out. I don't know. What are you guys doing? So Saturday night, we have the Halloween party. And then Sunday, the Niner game and the and Testament. Do I get a day off? I want a day off. I do have to take a day off. I found out today that we have a floating holiday, and if we don't take it, we stop accruing it. And so I do have to take a day off at some point here pretty soon. So I was thinking about Monday, but Monday might be too soon. I don't know. '49ers, Mike. Nobody thinks I should go to Testament. Come on, man. It's Testament. I don't know. But there's also the thing where I have to go to at least 6 49er games to maintain my credential. So from what they told me, the only way I could get a credential for the season was if I went to 6 games. I had to commit to 6 games. It doesn't matter which 6. I just have to go to 6. So I think what that means is like at the end of the season, if I haven't gone, if like my badge hasn't been scanned in at 6 games, then they will deny me next season. And the Niners have been cracking down on shit this season. They're having a ghost ship themed party. Well, at a place called the Tackle Box, that tracks. We're going to be at Vinny's Bar and Grill, and we're having a Huey Ween themed party. The nice part about that is that we can stay out late on Saturday night because we don't have to get up at the butt crack of dawn for the 49er game. Because it's a night game. But now the sad part to that is that it's conflicting with Testament. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Last week was 49ers and Guar. And I'll be honest, that was tough. That was a tough recovery. Because even though I didn't go in with my tailgate crew who leave at 6 a.m., I still had to be at Baby Huey's at 9 a.m. to drive in. And then we left and I got home after the game for like, I think I had like a 40-minute nap. And then I got up and went to Guar. Then I got home from Guar at like midnight. But I got home from Guar probably at like 11:30. But then I had to like do the laundry because everything I had on was like glorified. And I had to take a shower because I was purple. Did I show you guys the picture of me purple? It was weird. Let's see. Purple. I was purple when I got home. So I had to take a shower because I was not getting that on the sheets, you know? Wash my hair and all that. So by the time I got to sleep after Guar, it was late. I was this purple. I had to wash the bathtub after I took a shower after Guar. Like, it was crazy. John, congratulations on voting. What's up, Carmel? Hi, Carmel in the house. Did you find any of my cousins? I have some cousins out there that, God, I can't remember their last name because, you know, their mom was my cousin. So their mom was the Miller. And then they married somebody. She married a guy and then had 3 kids. And they are Ann, April, and Andrew. So let me know if you come across. Well, Ann is my cousin. Wait, it's April, Andrew, and then what was the other one's name? April was a nurse. Andrew was like 16 last time I saw him, but they're all like grown up now. You haven't found the Millers yet? What about the Kratzers? The Kratzers are definitely all mine. Hey, Kelly. How do you keep missing me? I'm here. I know. I'm sorry, guys. I am really trying to like get a more steady schedule, and it looks like somewhere between 4:30 and 6 is going to make sense. And right now I'm leaning more towards like 5 to 6-ish. Because there's just, like I said, with whatever's going on with my lack of sleep, for anybody who missed the sleep report, I just can't focus, and it's tough for me to tap in. But yeah, so all the orange is how much time I'm awake every night, which is like a lot. So most of the week I go home and go straight to bed, practically. I mean, time in bed, 10.5 hours, time asleep, 9.25 hours. But then am I really asleep for 9.25 hours? Kind of not. And then on the weekends, you know, there's always something to be at. And so I'm not getting a lot of sleep there either. So I need to focus, and I can't focus while I'm doing this. See, like today I'm trying to do this prep thing, and this prep thing takes me like 2 minutes, 3 tops. And I'm only on page 1 because I keep talking to you guys. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Why are you bringing up the DuckTales, Dan? I'm confused now. Yeah, well, the hard thing is picking one, Justine. I mean, Testament are really good friends of mine. Jeff Becerra from Possessed is a friend. He's been on my show before. I know one of the guys in Creator. Like, I feel like it would be a slight if I didn't go to that. But then also I have to make 6 Niner games, and I'm going to be out of town for a couple of weekends coming up. So I need to figure it out. How many games have I been to so far? I'm going to have to like literally look at my social media to figure that out. But anyway, Kelly, your best bet is like in the 5 o'clock hour at this point. I seem to at least be covering the 5 o'clock hour for the most part. If you want to tap in and say, hey, ask me questions, tell me stories. What do you want to know about? Aaron queuing Purple Rain. Oh, because of the Guar. Guar that should be Guar's walk-off music, right? At the end of the Guar show, as everybody's out, as people are walking out, you know how like at the Fillmore we play Green Sleeves and that's the cue, the show is over, GTFO. Guar shows, they should play Purple Rain at the end. That would be amazing. Prince would just be like, yes, do that. Mike, you got a picture from Thailand? The Volkswagen bus bar on wheels. Right? Because drinking and driving is always cool. Get Possessed. Testament is great. Nice guys type. Yeah, I love the guys in Testament. Well, and the other thing is like, even though most of the Testament guys live here, we still don't see each other that often because Chuck is living way out on Highway 4, so he doesn't come out to shows as much. And Eric is all the way out in like the Sac area, which is, as you know, I hate to drive all the way out to. And then Alex is in New York, so I only see Alex at like Testament stuff. I haven't even met the new drummer yet. I don't know who that guy is. Steve DiGiorgio is the guy I see the most because he's out and about the most. He's actually the one who lives like geographically closest to me. Mike stationary. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's a stationary bar. Okay. Got to remember, I don't get enough sleep. My brain can't focus. I need context in your comments. Otherwise, I'm like, and then I could try and like look back to see the last few comments you wrote. But if the last few comments you wrote are also relating to other things, then I also will not know what I was saying when you wrote that. I don't remember what I said 10 minutes ago. Something about Natalie Portman and Drew Barrymore and something dark side. I don't know. Oy vey. Oh, I got my monetization back on YouTube. Does everybody remember when I lost it? And I was like, what the fuck? I was so mad. Oh my God. Especially because I lost it about 30 seconds before we started posting interviews from Aftershock. So had I lost it the week before and appealed and won the appeal, I would have lost like 1,000 views. But no, I lost it at a time when I would at a time that I lost 10,000 views. Hi, it's the bone.
Oh,
Hello.
wait.
What am I waiting for?
Hey, I was gonna call, but I was texting the word.
Oh, well, you got to text it, the keyword. You got to text it to 95819.
That's why I was telling you hold on so I could hear it. All right, we're good.
Okay.
The word is good too.
Okay.
Hey,
Good luck.
you only do the texting at 5, right?
I actually give you Chasta's text word again in the 2:00 hour, right before it expires at 3. I give you one last chance.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem. Good
Bye.
luck.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Anywho, so I appealed and it took like a week, but I was like, they were accusing me of duplicating content. And I was like, I'm not duplicating content. I go, I own the content. I originate the content. I have the raw files to all the content. I go, but my radio station and I share the content. I create it, they edit it, we both upload it. It's not being copied from one to the other. It's just being shared across 2 entities, and that's it. And you could tell that it's mine because I'm in all of it. So apparently they agreed. They reinstated my monetization. But I don't get those hits. I don't get those views back. 10,000 views just poof. Now, I'm not going to pretend that's a shit ton of money. It's probably like $20. But the good news is I got it back. And between the Meta money and the YouTube money, I am almost going to make enough money. Because I think I was making like $20 ish. And I don't know if YouTube was quarterly, but I'm up to $15 a quarter on Meta. So I need $15 a month to pay for storing the Metal Zone online. So what I think is going to hopefully happen soon is that once I start getting deposits from YouTube, and I'm already getting deposits from Meta, I can sign up for the auto pay for whatever it is for the Mixcloud to host the Metal Zone so that you can listen to it anytime. You just go to the link and then the ASCAP or whatever it is gets paid to the artists. You know what, Cliff? I hope I'm hitting both of the Death Angel shows, but one of them has already sold out and I didn't buy tickets yet. So I say this every year. Every year I'm like, I should go to the Death Angel Christmas shows. And then every year I'm like, I don't know if I can make it. My schedule's like kind of up in the air right now. And then they sell out. And then I'm always like, and then somebody in the band will call me and be like, shut up. And you should just shut up. And then they let me go to the shows. But I don't want to be that guy. I hate being that guy. So I recommend that everyone go to the Death Angel Christmas shows. I have seen many of them. So if I end up getting to go, fuck yeah, I'll be there. But right now, I just don't know. But I did talk to Danny Decay. We hung out at Aftershock, and he's going to be hosting the live stream. So at the very least, DK and I are probably going to try and do like an interview ahead of the live stream. And if not, then I'm sure I'll hang out. I'll know a guy. I'll be able to sneak in. Thanks, Christina. I'm glad I won too, because I got to be honest with you. I was just beside myself when that happened because it was as you know, it was like a long uphill battle of like metering out content. It's like, I don't want to give Facebook, I don't want to give YouTube all this great content for free while YouTube decides I'm earning my monetization, but also I have to earn the monetization. So I have to give them the content for free until I can get to that point. And then I finally got to that point, and here we go with the big content dump. And they fucking take it away. And I was just like, what? Oh my God, it was insane. So hopefully all's well that ends well. And when I get a second, I'm going to sit down and concentrate on like making like short highlight videos of my interviews so that you guys can see more stuff. But at any rate, if you haven't been to my YouTube lately, I have new interviews up, so feel free to check them out. Would I ever bring back Ask a Hot Chick? You know what, Jason? I can't do Ask a Hot Chick without Pandora because she is the heart and soul of that program, and I love her, and she has a real job, and I have this job. So with the two of us both working like a real job, we were like, don't know if we can carve the time out for it. But that doesn't mean we won't do it ever. If she and I can carve out the time for it, we will, but it'll probably be like this. It'll probably be like a live stream where she and I kind of like log on at the same time. And then I think the calls will have to be questions or something to that effect. But we have talked about it. It's not outside the realm of possibilities. And if you have a question, I can try and answer it. And if it's something complicated that I would need Pandora's expertise on, because she is the expert on certain things, I can do that too. And eventually, hopefully, she and I will put it back together and find a time that works to do it, like as a live stream or like a Twitch stream or whatever. And if that happens, then yay. Then we'll have guests, right? Like she and I need to already have the time to do it together, and then we'll be able to have guests after that, which I think would be fun. Yes, PJ, I kicked YouTube's ass. Or I should just say YouTube saw the light. I made a good argument and YouTube accepted it. And hey, Word Salad, are you the guy that likes to talk about poop? Is that you or is that somebody else? I'm trying to remember. My memory's a little fuzzy. We're already PJ, that's the funny thing about Ask a Hot Chick. I was never the hot chick. The hot chicks were always the guests. And Pandora booked all the guests. And Pandora was my guest every week. But everyone was a hot chick. That was the point, right? It was the Ask a Hot Chick in the feminist sense, to where they're all hot chicks because beauty is a perspective. Your brother had the same issues when he did his Beyond the Backstage Pass show on YouTube. Oh, yeah? Well, I don't get money back. Like whatever money I would have gotten for those 10,000 views that I lost, I'll never see. But I got monetization back so that my videos are again earning money now. Now, of course, they're not going to be as popular as they were when they first dropped, which is where the initial like 10,000 hits in a week came from. I don't normally get 10,000 hits in a week. I normally get like 1,000. But that week we dropped a bunch of interviews with, Paul Bostaff and Marky Ramone and Tony Campos and Monty Pittman from Ministry and the whole band of Butterside. And so we were dropping those interviews all in 1 week. And that was the week that I lost the monetization. So, yeah. Well, Justine, you would think they would know that, and they would if they were humans, but this is an algorithm, right? So the algorithm speeds through the internet, basically trying to detect duplicate content. And when it detects duplicate content on a monetized page, all it does, I mean, it's the Terminator of bots, right? It doesn't reason. It doesn't feel fear. it doesn't give a shit. It sees two things and it goes, okay, which account uploaded those two things first? And if the account that uploads those two things first frequently, because it found multiple duplicates, is always account A, then account B must be the duplicate, right? So it automatically assumed I was duplicating their content, even though I wasn't. What it took was a human review of what I said to determine that that I wasn't duplicating their content, that we were sharing the content, and that I was the originator of it. So yeah, it's a bot. That's why they don't know. Short answer. Huh. Oh yeah. Jason, I knew what you meant. PJ, don't mess with Jason. That wasn't you, word salad? Okay. I can't remember who that guy was. Somebody had like a name like that. Do I like Highly Suspect? I am not familiar with Highly Suspect. So it's not that I don't like them. Hobson, what's up? Well, you missed me talking about how I was really impressed with your comment about American Psycho, because I am not familiar with that director or any of the movies that you mentioned that director did. So now I'm going to have to go and look into that. I've heard of Highly Suspect. I don't think I've seen them. And if I have, I didn't know it was them, kind of thing, you know? So when I played the April Fool's joke years ago, how did they convince me to be up at 5:30? You know what, Jason? That was actually my idea. And I was an idiot because it was really, really hard. Because I was on the air until, well, I recorded part of my show that night. So I recorded part of the show that night so I could drive home, get some sleep, and then drive back in at stupid o'clock. And what Jason's talking about is, God, in like 2011, no, 2012. In I think 2012, 2013, something like that. I did the morning show on the Bone as an April Fool's joke. So, this had to be 2012 or 13 because I remember I was assistant program director at the time, which I was using to sell the story, right? It was like I had to be there at 5:30 in the morning. My interns came in to help me, which was huge. And we had a production for it. I wonder if I can find some. I think I found it and it was still in the system somewhere. We called it the Blackout Morning Show. Let's see, title. And then I came on the air and was like, well, as the new assistant program director, you know, I'm here today right now. Madden is covering the rest of the show. Is covering the rest of the shifts, and Lamont and Snelly are no longer here. I can't, obviously, for HR reasons, go into it, but this is the new Blackout Morning Show, and for the time being, I'll be doing mornings on 107.7 The Bone, and we just kept it up. We were doing mornings. We were playing crank calls. We were like doing traffic. And Lamont and Snelly would not answer any. They wouldn't answer calls. They wouldn't answer emails. It was hilarious. And listeners freaked the fuck out. I mean, people completely bought it. It was great. No, I can't find the production. I found it at one point and I was like, holy shit, is that still in here? But I can't remember what I was looking up when I found it. Oh, that's not going to do it. Let's see. Is this one? Let's try this one.
One thing. The Kardashians were over. It's the Morning Blackout with Nikki Blakk on 107.7 The Bone.
So that was part of the April Fool's joke right there.
Oh. All those empty bottles in the kitchen can only mean one thing. The Kardashians were over. It's the Morning Blackout with Nikki Blakk on 107.7 The Bone.
We totally had people going for hours. They totally thought Lamont Snelly had been fired. They thought I was taking over mornings. People were like wishing me well, but like going, what the hell? What the hell? We were putting callers on the air. It was hilarious. Oh my God. And Lamont Lamont would email me once an hour and be like, I have 1,000 emails. And he'd be like, I have another 1,000 emails. He's like, keep it up. This is great. So yeah, we had fun. And you know what? It was my idea. I got to take credit for it. And I'll be honest, I was so tired. I was so exhausted because I did the night shift back then. And it was the fucking morning show. And I'm just not a morning person in general already. But if my interns hadn't been there to help me, I would not have made it through the whole show. And as it was, I only made it to like, I think 9:15, 9:30. I didn't go all the way to 10 o'clock. I was like, fuck it. We got to put people out of their misery and declare the April Fools. I can't take it anymore. I got to go home and take a nap. But it was awesome. Check out Luca movies. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Yeah, you could have straightened him out, PJ, but you're too busy driving, man. Oh, man, you got sick at Aftershock? I'm glad I didn't get sick. I got sick of driving is what I got at Aftershock. But I will tell you this, big shocker, and credit where credit's due. The company is allowing us to expense the mileage and parking for Aftershock. So for those of you who don't know Cumulus, that is a big step for corporate radio for us to get reimbursed for anything that we do. You know, even though it benefits the station, it's technically not a station event, and it's a gray area where they're like, no, typically you wouldn't get reimbursed for any of that. They're like, you do what you want to do. We don't care. So I'm pretty excited about that because it was really expensive. Justine, I am a side and stomach sleeper, if that makes any difference. Did I get you, Brian, on the April Fool's joke? Fuck yeah, dude. We got everybody. Don't feel bad because it's so early in the morning. The only way you can get away with an April Fool's joke is if it's early in the morning and people have forgotten what day it is and they're half asleep and they're a little tired and, you know, they're just trying to drive to work and then they hear something out of the ordinary and they're like, what the fuck? And you shock them just hard enough for them to not be able to think straight. And they're like, oh, Lamont Snelly got fired? What the fuck? You know, and it was epic. I mean, the production is what made it, right? We planned it like a week in advance. So we had time. That wasn't the only production we had. We had other stuff. We had a legal at the top of the hour. It was like the Blackout Morning Show on 107.7 The Bone, K-San, San Mateo, you know, the whole thing. I mean, we had all kinds of we had probably like 4, maybe 6 different production elements that we kept playing throughout the morning. Plus we had, you know, the prank calls that we had, some of the prank calls that Lamont Snelly had, the dicking with telemarketers. That's what it was. I had some dicking with telemarketers calls that had been like kind of repurposed to sound like Nikki Blakk blackout calls. We changed the name. I forget what it was, but it was just hilarious. Hey, Brett, what's happening? That was Space Ghost, Dan. Space Ghost used to be the voice of the Bone. Yeah, it was $200 for parking, dude. So that for me is huge. Was it a Monday? Oh, you know what? I think Chasta was new then. I think we did catch her off guard. I think she was like, what the hell's going on? And I had to tell her off air. But I think the first break that she did, she thought something was really wrong. And we were like, oh no, girl, you're okay. We need you to play along. Yes, PJ, you're right. We were all nuts driving back and forth. I was going to stay at my mom's house, but by the time I get to my mom's house, I'd be like, fuck it. It's 20 minutes to my house at this point. I'm already here. You know, I'm fine. I'm going. And then I stayed at Bo Staff's house on the last day on Saturday night. So that I could record with him on Sunday morning. But it turns out he lives farther away. Bo Staff's house is 2 miles further from Discovery Park than my house is. And I was like, I thought just once I wouldn't have to drive so much, but no. But the beautiful part about that is that I think I have the only interview with a headliner at Aftershock. I definitely have the only interview with a member of Slayer from Aftershock, because I don't think anybody else gave an interview during the festival, and I think I have the only Ministry interview from Aftershock as well. But okay, I keep forgetting to write this down. Okay, there we go. Yes, PJ, I already hate your job and I don't even have it. I hate it for you because clearly it's killing you. Oh, Jesus, look, it's after 6. Okay, guys, I have got to wrap this up because I couldn't even get this much done while I was talking to you. One of these days, I'll get a sleep study and we'll figure out why I can't focus. And hopefully I'll get like, I don't know, cut me wide open and figure it out. I don't care. I need to not be in this constant scattered state to where I can focus and do stuff. Hamburger helper. Jesus Christ, Dan. Do you want to die young? You know that stuff is terrible for you. And also, those sauces are super easy to make if you just make them yourself with fresh ingredients. I don't know what happened, but like 10, 15, 20 years ago, I got to the point where I could not eat anything that came out of a box. There's some kind of preservative in there, and I don't know what it is that they put in those things, but if I eat like a pastaroni or a boxed anything or a hamburger helper or any of that shit, I just get the worst stomach aches. So I learned how to cook, and I'm better for it because it's healthier. Because that hamburger helper is one of those things that they call ultra processed foods, and ultra processed foods have recently been proven to kill you younger. So there's that. And BT Dubs, diet soda considered an ultra processed food. Flavored non-fat yogurts, also an ultra processed food. So there's that. It is not the San Francisco treat. I believe the company was once headquartered here, and I think that they, in the way back, Rice-A-Roni had factories here, but they've since outsourced all of that. And frankly, I think they should have to take the cable car off their packages if they haven't already. I actually wouldn't know because I don't eat that shit. Oh, hold on. I can't have these back to back. Okay, yep. I got to get back on the air. So great talking to you. I'm going to try and do it in the 5 o'clock hour going forward. Hopefully this will work. If anybody has questions or stories or things that they want to know or hear, like the April Fool's Day thing. God, thanks for bringing that up, Jason. That was fucking awesome. Yeah, let me know. Oh, Jason, that was you that said PJ would hate your job because you do that much driving. PJ is a truck driver, so the two of you have equally hated jobs. Good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll hold it together. My memoir. Yeah, somebody's going to have to just, put all these lives together and just scrape the stories and then somebody else will have to do that. Aaron, I hope I get real rest, but I'll tell you what, it does not look like it's happening anytime soon. Take care, guys.